we're standing. So let's start laying down today. You have that blanket or towel. Go ahead and roll it up so you can place it under your knees. Awesome. We got a good crew here today. You know, recline back gently and just gently plop your knees over your blanket. And now, see if you can relax your legs a little, right? Take a little muscular effort out. And then I want you to press into the back of your head to lift your shoulder blades up and tuck that underneath you a little closer to your spine. And just notice how that opens up the front of your body. You can rest your hands on the floor, palms up or down, or maybe hands on your abdomen. Gaze up with a slight tuck of your chin in towards your chest. Gaze at your ceiling or close your eyes. And start to feel your breath in your body. Notice the rise and fall of your abdomen or your chest. If you're breathing in and out of your nose, you might feel that warm air pass over your upper lip with each exhale. One of the foundational practices of mindfulness, of meditation, is awareness of breath. And I think you hear and I say a lot, follow your breath, be aware of your breath. And one way to do that is to use and repeat a phrase in your mind. So as you breathe in, hear the words, I am breathing in. And as you breathe out, hear the words, I am breathing out. Breathing in, I am breathing in. Breathing out, I am breathing out. Breathing in, I am breathing in. Breathing out, I am breathing out. Keep going at your own pace, hearing the words in your mind. I'll stop talking for a few seconds. So you can get comfortable with the silence and the movement of your breath. Breathing in, I am breathing in. Breathing out, I am breathing out. Breathing in, I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm breathing out. When you're ready, let the phrase go and begin to wiggle toes and fingertips. And then make circles with your ankles and wrists, just gently awakening those outer edges of your body. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Maybe place your hands on the top of your knees or grab for your shins and take a few rocks side to side. Maybe you make circles, just massaging out the low back, kind of just noticing what kind of sensation and feedback you're getting your spine and your low back and hips. Then bring your knees back to center, kind of find a stopping point. You're gonna place your left foot on the ground, just being mindful of that rolled up blanket or towel. And stretch your right leg up to the ceiling. Flex your foot. So press your heel up. Hold on to the back of your thigh. Now most of us, all of us, will have our knee a little bent. So that's perfect. Hold on to the back of your thigh. Shoulders and head rest on the floor. Press that heel up and notice that warmth you get through your calf and the back of the leg. Now let's point the toe. So point and feel that stretch on the front of the ankle. And then let's flex, noticing that stretch to the calf and hamstring, maybe even the arch of your foot. And just find a gentle point and flex. Slowly, slowly point and flex. And then take a few ankle circles here. Circling one way, then the other. As you breathe in, give your right knee a hug, squeeze it out and over towards your right armpit. And then place your right foot down, just minding your blanket and hugging the left knee in nice and tight towards your underarm. And then exhale, stretch up to the ceiling. Holding onto the back of the left thigh, gentle bend in your left knee, press your heel up to the ceiling. Holding here, just kind of getting into the basics of the pose before we add on anything. And just noticing what you feel, if you need a larger bend in your knee, if you can press the heel up more, if you can relax the grip on the back of your thigh. As you're ready, start to slowly point and flex your foot. Feeling that sensation on the front of the ankle and the top of your foot as you flex and point. Good. Start to make some circles. Your body will naturally go one way, so then just switch to the other when you're ready. Hug that left knee in, out and around towards your underarm. Then place the left knee on the ground. Go ahead and move that blanket out of the way for now. And walk your heels in a little closer to your glutes. Stretch your arms out onto the floor, either into a wide T shape, or you can goal post, kind of cactus arm on the floor. And then drop your knees over to the right. Hip heels okay on your neck, gaze left, away from your knees. Try and let your left leg be heavy in space. Let the weight of your leg facilitate that stretch, facilitate the extension in the hip, the twist in the spine. As you breathe in, knees and nose turn back up to your ceiling. Exhale, take the knees left, gaze over to your right. I feel this a lot in my side body, so I'm creating length between the top of my right hip bone and my bottom right rib. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Roll over onto your side and press up to hands and knees. You have that blanket if you want to toss it under your knees. Welcome, welcome. So get yourself set up here, hands and knees. Toes can be tucked or untucked. Take a few rounds of cat-cows with that slow, deep breath we started with. So inhale, cow pose, I am breathing in. Exhale, cat pose, I am breathing out. Eyes can be open or closed. Inhale, lift the tailbone up. Exhale, round the spine, draw your navel in. Breathing in, I am breathing in. Breathing out and breathing out. Follow your breath through these shapes twice more. Inhale, cow. I am breathing in. Exhale, cat. I am breathing out. Inhale to a flat back, so just that tabletop. And I want you to push up into your cat pose. So really press your hands down strong, draw your belly button in. And then I want you to bring some weight back into your knees, into your shins. So you're keeping this rounded shape, and then wiggle your hips over to the right. And then wiggle your hips over to the left. So we're keeping that rounded spine and just moving gently through the hips. Noticing any sensation in the lower back, the glutes, the outer hip. Press your hands down into the floor as you lift your mid back up to the ceiling. You even out your sides for me. And come back to center with just a round back, a flat back rather, for child's pose. Take your knees wide, sink your hips back, and stretch your arms forward. Maybe your head rests on your blanket. Maybe it floats in between your arms, or maybe it comes all the way down to the floor. Walk your hands over to the right side of your mat, and then place your left hand on top of your right. Press your left hip away from your left shoulder. And switch over to the other side as you exhale. Hands go to the left. Right hand on top of left hand. Sink your right hip back towards your right foot. Soften your head down towards the floor. And as you breathe in, bring your hands back to the center of your mat. Exhale. Inhale, tabletop. And we'll make our way to downward facing dog. I'm going to move my blanket out of the way, but keep it nearby. Walk your hands forward, tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back. Bend your knees and press through your sit bones. Bring your head in between your arms. They act like a frame, almost like a picture frame. And look back. Soften your head and neck down towards the floor. And then begin to move through your legs, pressing your heels down one at a time. Just noticing how they feel here. We were on our back, we gave our calves and hamstrings a little love. Now we're able to use the weight of our legs, of our body, to help really work into the stretch a bit more. Awesome. Slow that down to a stop. Dog pose here. And then inhale, lift up onto your tiptoes and roll forward to a high plank. Lowering your hips, shoulders, and head into line with each other. Let's exhale back into down dog. Hug your belly button in as you lift your hips up and back. Soften your knees, soften your heels towards the floor. One more time, inhale up on your tiptoes. Roll forward into your plank, hug your inner elbows in. Exhale, dog pose. Use your abdomen, your abs, to help lift you up and back. As you bend your knees slightly, press the heels down. Awesome. Inhale, look back at your toes. Exhale, walk to the back of your mat. So right hand moves, left hand then right. Ragdoll pose. Bend your knees, drip your head off your shoulders. You can stay here with your fingertips on the floor if they reach, or grab for opposite elbows. Stay connected to your breath, right? Stay with that awareness as you gently rock side to side. See if you can soften the grip of your toes here. Bring a little weight into your heels. And then go ahead and come back to center and bring your fingertips to the floor if you can. Or or to your thighs. If you can bring your fingertips to the floor, I want you to bend your right knee, press your left hip back. Kind of just like when we were in dog pose. Your hands can also come up to your right knee, okay, with a flat back. And then we're gonna switch it out. So I'll show you with the lifted chest. Right leg straightens, really push the right sit bone back. Left knee bends, hands to left thigh. Let's move through that a few more times. So left leg straight, right knee bent, and left knee bends, right leg straightens. I get a lot of feeling in my outer hip and glute with this one. Whether my fingertips are on the mat or they're up here on my thigh. If your hand's on your thigh, you're gonna imagine you have that tabletop back, that halfway lift. Get each side one more time and meet me in a forward fold. Hands towards the floor. We're gonna roll up slow, so arms hang, head hangs. But you're gonna pull your abs in to help lift you up. And imagine you're stacking the pieces of your spine up slowly. Slowly, like Jenga. Slowly. Once your shoulders set on top, lift your head up and take a few shoulder rolls up and back. Up and back. So being upside down turns on our parasympathetic nervous system, kind of our rest and relax response. So if you're ever feeling like you need to bring your body a sense of calm, that ragdoll pose is a great place to be. And then a slow roll to the top of your standing position. Walk your feet in a bit so they're under your hips. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, and then open up your elbows to shoulder height. You're gonna press your hips forward, press your sternum up for a little gentle back bend. Maybe you gaze up. So hips really press forward. As you breathe in, straighten back out, mountain pose, fingertips to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, bend your knees, fan your arms down. Inhale, halfway lift, legs bent or straight, hands to shins, sit bones back, nose forward. Exhale, down dog, plant your hands right, left, right. Hips up, head down. Inhale, roll forward to your plank pose. Exhale, knees come down. Abs come down, chest come down. Cobra pose as you're ready. Press the toenails, lift the kneecaps, lift the head up. And exhale, come down. So I want you to take your hands out off your mat for me, okay? Come up onto your fingertips, our little froggy fingers here. So your elbows are in line with your shoulders. You're up on your fingertips. You're really gonna concentrate on pressing your toenails down and hugging your navel up and in as you lift yourself up. My shoulders are really tight. I'm only gonna come up a little. I'm gonna bring myself back down. We're gonna roll through that 3 more times. So we inhale here. Exhale, press into your fingers, lift up. Lift your belly off the mat. Exhale, come down. Inhale, stay here. Exhale, press up. Inhale. Exhale down. Good. Walk your hands back under your shoulders. Tuck your toes and press up to plank pose on knees or toes. Right, we have knees, toes, down dog. Good, look back to your feet, hands to feet as you exhale, ragdoll pose. Right, left, right. Inhale, halfway lift. Bring a little weight forward past your toes. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Press the feet down, sweep your fingertips up. Exhale, we find that back bend, right? Arms open, press the hips, heart, head, forward and up. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, let it go. Knees bend as we fold over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift hands to shins or upper thighs. Exhale, down dog. Right hand, left hand, right hand. Inhale, high plank, knees or toes. We're gonna go down for one cobra, slow and controlled. Untuck toes, inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, down dog. Through plank and up. Last time together, inhale, look back. Exhale, ragdoll pose, hands walk backwards to your feet. Inhale, halfway lift, nose and head lift up. Exhale, forward fold, bend in half. Inhale, mountain, I'm breathing in. Exhale, back bend, I'm breathing out. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold with bent knees. Last time through, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, downward facing dog, right, left, right. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, lower down, elbows slide by your ribs. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold your down dog for 3 breaths. Or come down to a child's pose. Notice if you feel any heat, any quickness of breath or heart rate. That is a-okay. We're moving now, right? From child's pose, lift back up into your downward facing dog. And as you exhale, walk feet to hands. So we end up at the top of our mat this time. Changing things up on ourselves. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale for chair pose. So we center our hips back. Lift the arms up. So I like to keep my feet hip width distance apart here. And I want you to bring your attention, once your feet are rooted into the earth, to your hips. Imagine there's like a vice grip, squeezing them in, squeezing in your hips and your glutes. So they're really strong here. Your arms can be extended out in front, hands at your heart, or way up overhead. So you kind of have 1, 2, or 3. Check in with your shoulders, see which one they like best. Good, hold that chair for 1 more breath. Then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step your left foot back in space. We're gonna stay lifted up first, okay? Bring your hands inside your right foot for a runner's lunge. Now for me, I'm gonna have to, my legs are super long, like some of yours are, I know, from our previous times together, so you have to move that right leg up. Palms can come to the floor, fists can come to the floor, but instead of lowering that left hip down, I want you to see if you can keep it up and look forward. And just notice how that feels different, right? We're strong in the left leg. Normally I cue us to really let it drop. I want you to hold it up here. Just feel that strength and power. And then exhale, bring the left knee down. You want to grab that blanket and put it under your left knee. We're going to be here for a moment, so get yourself comfortable. Now we're going to take that lunge forward. So we're really going to push the right knee forward, and now we're going to lower the left leg down, our left hip down rather. Back toes can be tucked or untucked, but just notice how that feels on your hip flexor and your calf. Now, some of you may want to come down onto elbows here. I'm not showing off, I'm just giving options. But just make sure, again, that it feels good to you. I don't know, it might look like what I'm doing, but if it doesn't feel good to you, it doesn't make sense for us. If you're down on your elbows, press back up to your palms. And we're going to shift some weight into the left knee. So I'm lifting my glute over my knee. And we're going to inhale, rise up for that kneeling lunge. Awesome. Arms come up overhead. You're going to bring your left fingertips to your right knee. And stretch your right arm behind you. You can look to your side or to the back. Really use that grip on your right knee or outer thigh to help you twist back. Good, inhale, come back up to center. Arms reach up. Exhale, hands down to the floor. Inhale, tuck your back toes, lift up. Good, we're gonna step forward. So you might have to move that blanket out of the way and take 1 or 2 steps to the top of your space, fold in half. Inhale, halfway lift. We neutralize the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, sink your hips back. Arms reach up, out, or to the heart. Press your sit bones back. I always say you decide what kind of chair you're in, right? Bar stool, dining room, step stool. You pick your adventure here. Bring weight into your heels, give your toes a wiggle. For 3, for 2, forward fold. Whew. Let that chair go. Inhale, halfway lift, long flat back. Exhale, step the right foot back. Hands come inside of the left foot this time. We're gonna stay that right knee lifted. Now look, I can really let my right hip go. I want you to keep it up high. Maybe come onto fists or fingertips as you look forward. We've been doing a lot with our legs straight today. Really pressing through the heel. Do that here as you look forward. And hug your left knee in to keep you lifted up, hips up. Awesome. Take the next breath or two to grab that blanket if you're going to use it. Put it under your right knee, and then descend that right knee down and find that kneeling lizard pose, that runner's lunge, playing with the tuck or untuck of your back toes. Rejoin your awareness to your breath. Breathing in, I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm breathing out. Option to come down onto those forearms or elbows, or stay up on fingertips or fists. All right, bring some weight into the right knee. We're going to lift up for our kneeling lunge. Holding here. Right hand comes to left knee. Kind of on the outside, and we sweep the left arm back. If you feel more stable with that back toe tucked, go ahead and put it there. Otherwise, untuck and press down into the right shin as you press into the outer left knee to twist back. Good, inhale, come back forward, arms up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Inhale, right leg lifts, lift it up. We move this blanket out of the way, friends. Step forward with the right foot. 1 or 2 steps, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Sit back. Really bring weight into the heels. On our next inhale, we're going to straighten the legs, but lift the left leg up. Arms stay overhead. So we inhale, left leg up to hip height. Exhale, chair pose. Almost like a march. Inhale, right knee up. Arms stay up. Exhale, chair pose. One more time each side. Inhale, left knee up. Exhale, chair. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, chair. Inhale, stand up, mountain pose. Exhale, hands to your side. Roll your shoulders up and back. Awesome. Inhale, arms reach Exhale, hold. Inhale, let's lift that left leg up like we just did. So we inhale, left knee comes up. Exhale, high lunge. We're gonna reach that left foot back, bend the right knee, place it on the floor. So we were here just a few moments ago, but our hands were on the ground. This is our high lunge. Left hip forward, make that left leg long. We did that on the ground. Now do it standing, good. Exhale, hands to heart, whew. We're gonna inhale to warrior two. So our left heel spins down. We open up the arms. Hi, and facing you now again. Expand your fingertips away from your heart. We're gonna inhale, straighten out our legs, reach up. Exhale, warrior two. Twice more. Inhale, I am breathing in. Breathing out, I am breathing out. I am breathing in. I am breathing out. Hold your warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Reach back up overhead with that right arm. That left hand can hang loose here, or tuck it behind you for a bind, trying to reach for your right hip crease. As you exhale, extended side angle. Right forearm to right thigh, left arm up. And I want you to take your right ribs and bring them up towards the ceiling, energetically, of course. Inhale, back up to your warrior two. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Inhale for star pose. Turn all 10 toes to face the long edge of your yoga spot. Exhale, wide-legged fold. Knees bend as you fold in half here. Point the top of your head down towards the earth. Soften your knees a bit. And then bend your elbows a little bit just to offer the crown of your head closer towards the floor. We're going to take some lateral lunges. All that means is we're going to bend into the right leg, walk our hands over towards our right foot. Good. And then change on your inhale, both legs straight. Exhale, lunge to the left side. Feel that on your inner thigh? Yeah, be gentle. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, lunge to the right. Press into that left pinky toe. Inhale, center. And exhale to the left. Come back to center. Inhale here. Exhale, softly bend knees and elbows. Wide leg forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift with wide legs. Press palms or fingertips into the floor, find a flat back. Exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, star pose. Hug your navel in, rise to stand slowly. Arms reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Right toes are going to turn forward. Good. Inhale, warrior two. Good. Exhale, hands come back to the heart. I got ahead of myself. Pivot on your back toe. So we're coming back into that high lunge. Step forward as you're ready. Awesome. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold forward, half sun salute. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, hold. Inhale, lift the right leg up to hip height. Exhale, high lunge. Step back, past the middle of your mat. Bend the left leg. Now, I notice I need to widen my stance out so I feel more stable here. Straighten out your right leg. See how it pushed me forward? Good. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to open up to warrior two. So back heel presses down. Expand the arms open. I'm going to turn so I can see you guys. Let's open up here on the left side. Just as we did before, inhale, arms and legs straighten. Exhale, press. Good, inhale, straighten, I am breathing in. Exhale, press the hands down. Last one, inhale. Exhale to hold. Reverse your warrior. Humble warrior, maybe you took that right hand behind you to your left hip crease. Exhale, extended side angle, left forearm to top of the left thigh. Arm can extend overhead, finding a reach from left fingertips and a press through right toes. Inhale, back up, warrior two. Exhale, star. Turn all 10 toes to the long edge of the mat. And bring your hands behind you. Wiggle your fingers together. And I want you to take the opposite unnatural grip, just for funsies. Bend your knees. Pull your fists down. Squeeze those shoulder blades in towards each other, just like we did lying on the ground. Lift your head and sternum up. And then exhale, fold forward. Wide-legged fold with the chest opener, with this bind of our hands together. Soften the tension in your neck. One more breath in and out here. And as you exhale, release the grip of your hands. Bring your hands down to the floor. I'm going to have you turn your fingertips to face away from your toes. So fingertips point in the opposite direction of your toes. Just to feel that stretch in your wrist. You can bring a little bit more weight into the knuckle part of your palm, so leaning back. Or you can keep the weight forward, so that doesn't bring as much sensation to the wrists. You can walk them back really far away from you, bending the elbows gently, bringing weight into the heels, just playing with your edge. And then turn your fingertips back forward. Bend your elbows, fold in half. Inhale, halfway lift with wide legs. Exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, rise up tall. Star pose. Exhale, warrior two, left side. Inhale, hands to heart center. Exhale, pivot on your right toes. You might be at the front or the back of your mat. A-okay, we step forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands and walk back into your dog pose. Downward facing dog. Bring your head into the window frame of your arms. Bend your knees and lift the tailbone. Inhale, come up high on your tiptoes and roll forward to your plank. Exhale, down, knees, navel, chest. Inhale for that cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Knees wide. Sink your hips back. Soften your elbows and forearms down to the floor. Soften your head down to the floor as well. Take a few calming breaths here. Exhaling out your mouth if you feel a bit heated or warm. Child's pose is another pose that turns on our parasympathetic nervous system. If your forehead is able to rest on the ground, or maybe you stack your palms or fists, allow your forehead to rest on something. That's another grounding, calming feeling. All ways we can take our yoga off the mat. Take that mind-body connection with us out into our workday at home or shopping or driving. As you inhale, lift up into a tabletop pose. And then find a seat on your heels and bring your legs out in front. Scoot up a little bit on your mat if you ended up at the back like I did. We're gonna take a little twist here, drawing our right leg in. We'll turn so we can all see each other. And then crossing right leg over left. Just like when we were laying down and we had our leg extended, I want you to push your heel forward, flex your foot. And you can stay right here, hugging the right shin and leg in. Sit bones are anchored into the floor. If you want a little more, we can get even more twisted here. You're gonna hug the left arm around the right leg. Right away, your spine's gonna wanna sit up straighter. Hug your navel in to make more room for that. Inhale, right arm comes up like you have a question, and then we swim it back behind us. Fingertips are palm to the floor. Press down to lengthen the spine. So if we're thinking of Jenga again, like from the beginning, we want to stack everything nice and even. That's what stabilizes the game. That's what stabilizes our spine. Not only our spine, but other body parts as well. When we stack our joints, that is where we have strength. Maybe you look behind you over that right shoulder. And inhale, come back to center, kind of unwind, and we'll switch it up. Right leg goes long, flexing the right foot. Your knee can still be bent while you flex that foot. Left over right. You can hug the shin in, shoulders down, collarbone wide, or hug the left leg with the right arm. Sitting up tall and proud in the chest. Raise your hand and then sweep it behind you to the floor to push up. As the crown of your head lifts higher towards your ceiling, draw your navel in to wring out the spine a bit more. Turn your gaze over your left shoulder to bring that twist all the way up into the cervical spine and the neck. Inhale, untwist, unwind. Straighten out the legs, maybe give them a little shake. And bring the soles of the feet together for a little butterfly posture or cobbler's pose. Let your big toes kind of flop out. So just the pinky toe edge of your feet kind of kiss together. And take your arms out wide, shoulder blades hug in. And we're gonna exhale over to the right side. Right hand to the floor, right elbow bends, reach over the head. See if you can soften your left arm back into the shoulder joint. Look up, twist. Inhale to switch. Exhale, side bend. Soften that right shoulder back into the joint. Eyes and sternum up to the ceiling. Inhale, both arms reach up, palms face me. Exhale, fold in half. So draw your belly button in as you reach past your feet. Maybe you reach past your feet. Maybe you reach your shins. No matter where you are, find that long, flat back as you reach yourself forward. So we're not rounding like cat. We're staying long and finding that integrity in our spine. Take any wrinkles out of your neck. So if you're looking and straightening up, your neck's going to be wrinkled. So find that Goldilocks position in your neck. Soften your elbows a little if your arms are extended. And as you inhale, use your abs, your abdominals to help lift you up. Good, close your knees like a book and recline onto your back. Feet are going to be under your knees to prep for a bridge pose. You can do bridge pose with your arms extended up, just like our chair pose, or you can put your elbows down into the ground. What this does is it gives you some stability as you lift up your hips. So breathe in, press your low back down. Exhale, lift the hips up. So you can use that press if your elbows are down into the ground to help you lift up. Stamp your feet down into the floor. So if you press your elbows down, you can feel your shoulders get a little bit lifted as well. Let's exhale, roll down from the mid-back, one piece at a time, till your low back lands on the floor. Good. If you'd like, try this with arms lifted. So you can start with the arms lifted. Inhale, press the low back down. Exhale, bridge pose. Skyrocket your hips off the floor. Anchor your feet down. Lift your heart a little bit closer towards your face. And then exhale, roll the spine down slowly. See if you could maybe even close your eyes and imagine you could feel each piece hitting the ground. And then relax. Arms down by your side. Last bridge pose, option to clasp hands underneath your sacrum and press into the floor. So I want you to press your feet into the floor so they leave a mark. Low back presses down as you inhale. Exhale, lift up. Maybe you squeeze those shoulder blades under. Clasp hands. Press the pinky fingers down into the floor. As your hips float up, up and up. One more breath in, and then exhale, lower yourself down slowly, slowly, slowly. Whew. Cross your right ankle over the left knee for supine pigeon. You can stay here. This may be enough for you. It feels pretty good for me. But if you want a little bit more, you can lift the left leg up. So both knees are at 90 degrees here-ish. And you can stay right here, pressing right knee away, holding onto right foot. You can find that classic thread and hold on the back of the left thigh. Or reaching around for the left shin. No matter what hand position you use, press the right knee away as you pull the left leg closer to you. A little opposition here, a push and a pull. Flex your right foot. Press the heel away from your knee. Soften your head, neck, and shoulders down onto the floor. If you're feeling tension, maybe hold on to the back of that thigh instead. Exhale, left foot to the mat. And we're gonna keep the cross, but take our knees over to the right. So right heel stays on top of left knee. You can stretch your arms out long and just feel the sensation on the left hip flexor and psoas here. Inhale back to center, and we switch it out, folks. Right foot down, left ankle on top of right. Flex that left foot. And find the position of pigeon on this side that works for you. So that could just be the lift of right leg, press of left knee. Holding onto the back of the right thigh. Oh, that feels good. And pressing the left knee away. Or reaching for that shin. Find that opposition, the push and the pull. Lower the right foot down, keep the cross. Open up the arms and take knees over to the left side. Letting the weight of the left foot press the right leg down towards the floor. Inhale, lift yourself back up to center. Bring both feet to the mat. Give yourself a great big hug. Wrap your hands around your shins or your knees. Lift your head up close to your knees. Squeeze every body part in tight. Toes, eyebrows, ears. And when you're ready, big dramatic exhale to your resting pose. You have that blanket. You can roll up and place under your knees. Last week, I believe we rolled it up our supported fish pose, which is the blanket kind of underneath the ribs, the shoulder blades rather, kind of on the ground. So I'll demo that again in case you want that. You could also bring the edges of your feet to the edges of your mat, lock your knees in, or stretch them out long. But take the next 3 to 5 breaths to find your resting position. Maybe you just want to cover up with the blanket too. That's always nice and cozy. Let your eyes softly close. Scan your body, starting at your head. And invite any areas of muscular tension or holding on to soften and release. Eyebrows and jaw, shoulders and wrists, ribs, waist, low back, hips. Mindfully soften and release. Legs and knees, shins and calves, ankles and toes. Find rest and release. I'll mind the time while you rest and breathe. If you're able to stay here for a few more minutes, I invite you to do so. If you are ready to get back to your day, begin to deepen your breath and let your body remain still on your mat. Draw your thumbs to your index, middle, ring, and pinky finger. Awaken your toes, ankles, and wrists. If you'd like, stretch your body long, reaching your arms overhead, and then roll to your side. Be mindful of any prop or blanket that might be nearby. Rest on your side. And then when you are ready, slowly, slowly press up to a seat. Eyes can be open or closed, and we'll end our time together with a breath in and out. You're sitting with legs crossed. Bring your weight back just a bit to your sit bones. Shoulders down. Your hands can rest on your legs, or you can place them over your heart. Take a full breath in your nose. I am breathing in. Exhale out your mouth. I am breathing out. You can take that breath awareness with you throughout your day, anytime you need a moment to just pause before you respond or come back to yourself. When you're ready, lift your eyelids open. That is our time.